Alright, so here we are at the final two problems of this video series. We are going to take a look at two problems, and one thing about this title here, it says Chapter 6 Story Problems. I don't think problem number 59 comes from Chapter 6. It's more like a Chapter 8 problem, but that kind of goes into play because, well, the work problem that we did in Chapter 8 technically was really from Chapter 6, so here we go, splitting hairs, I know. Alright, so here we go with a Chapter 6 story problem. The number of workers N needed to set up for homecoming varies inversely as the amount of time needed for setup. Now, an inverse equation is N equals K over T. A direct variation problem would be N equals TK, but what we're about to do here is we're going to solve for K, and once we solve for K, we're going to plug that in and figure out how many workers we're going to need. Now it says if it takes 12 workers to do the job, when there are 4 hours allowed, so this is going to be our equation here, how many workers are needed if only 3 hours are allowed? So what we have here is we're going to have a K that's equal to 3. Oh, sorry, K is equal to, whoops, I looked a little bit forward here. I didn't see that. K is equal to multiplying both sides by 4. All right, wow, that's a terrible looking 4. All right, so multiply both sides by 4. The 4's simplify over here to make 1, so K is all by itself, and 4 times 12 is 48. So my equation is going to be N equals 48 divided by T. And in this case, my T is going to say we only have 3 hours to do this, so N is equal to 48 divided by 3. So we're going to need N of 16 workers. Now let's take a look at problem 59. An office contains 2 printers. Machine B is known to take 3 minutes longer than Machine A to produce the company's financial report. Both machines together take some 6 minutes to produce the report. Now that's important because when we have a work equation, we have both equations adding up to one job. Now the numerators, as I said before in the previous work problem that we did two or three videos back, the numerator is the total of time it will need for both items to finish the project. So this is both going to be 6 and 6. And the reason why, together it takes 6 minutes to produce the report. So what we need to do now is figure out machine B, which is taking 3 minutes longer than machine A. So this is our setup. Now this is definitely not from Chapter 6. This is more from Chapter 8 because we have to clear the denominator to solve for x. So we're going to multiply everything by x and x plus 3. And what this is going to do is we're going to simplify by dividing that. So we have 6 times x plus 3 plus 6x is equal to x squared plus 3x. Now we're going to do some distribution over here. So 6x plus 18 plus 6x is equal to x squared plus 3x. I'm going to move this to the other side by moving all of these over. And in doing so, I have 0 equal to x squared. 3x minus 6x is going to be negative 9x. And the 18 subtracted here gives me that trinomial. Now what I'm going to do is use the quadratic formula because this is not factorable. Oh man, if that was a plus, if this is a plus, we could totally use quadratic formula, but it isn't. It's a negative. So plus negative. Nope, can't use quadratic formula. Or I'm sorry, can't use factoring. So the quadratic formula comes into play. A is 1, B is negative 9, C is negative 18. So our problem is 9 plus, and again we're only using the plus because the negative would give me an impossible answer. Negative 9 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 18. All over 2 times 1, which is just 2. Which gives me an answer of 9 plus, and if you take the square root here of that number inside, you get approximately 12.4 divided by 2. So 9 plus 12.4 divided by 2 is approximately 10.7. 10.7 minutes for the machine A. That's the faster of the two machines, since machine A, it only takes x. And the other machine would be 3 seconds faster or slower, so 13.7 seconds for machine B. And that gives you what you need. Now we're here at the end of the video. If you're curious if there is a logarithm problem from Chapter 9, and there will be a solving for x logarithm problem on the final exam. So be aware of seeing that, and also you may want to go back and review old tests and homework. Tests would probably focus you a little bit more on what could be possible on the final exam, and I thank you for watching.